Good morning and welcome to another one of Drew's book reviews. So today's book review is going to be on Terry Goodkind's The Shroud of Eternity. So this is the second book in the Nisi Chronicles or Nikki Chronicles, the Sword of Truth World by Terry Goodkind. So of course in the first book we had the battle with the Life Drinker at Cliffwall, and Nathan had lost. The great wizard and prophet Nathan had lost his ability to use magic. So this book kind of picks up where that one left off. Now, if you're watching this and you've never read anything in the Sword of Truth World by Terry Goodkind, highly recommend it. Just a fantastic book series, one of my personal favorites. Not without its criticisms, but still really good book series, and I'm really enjoying it. So this series, this part of this series anyway, deals specifically with Sorceress Nikki and the prophet Nathan. So the Life Drinker had been defeated in the last book. Now Nathan and Nikki and Bannon are on this quest to restore Nathan's gift, his ability to use magic, which eventually brings them to the lost city of Ildikar, which has been hidden behind this time shroud called the Shroud of Eternity, sealing them off from the world in their own kind of timeline. And it's been sealed off for hundreds of thousands of years. Or not hundreds of thousands of years, but like 1,500 years. And of course, when they get to the city, they find that it is ruled by a group of dark sorcerers practicing dark blood magic to keep control of the populace. And it is ruled through tyranny, oppression, and fear. And Nikki and Nathan, who are on a quest for Lord Rawl, his goal to bring freedom to all those who are oppressed with tyranny throughout the world. So it definitely has, like the rest of Terry Goodkind's Sword of Truth book, kind of has that political ideal between oppressors and freedom and liberty. And the idea that Lord Rawl, his whole purpose in life is to bring freedom to the oppressed, wherever they may be found in the world. But I do find it kind of ironic in a way, in the way it's written, that the idea is freedom must be imposed upon it. Lord Rawl is coming to bring his freedom to you, and you are now part of his empire. Not that the people had a choice to be part of his empire, they were just, you are now part of our empire, where you will be given freedom, but not the freedom to choose to be part of it. So I kind of find that ironic in a way that this Lord Rawl and Nikki and Nathan, main characters in this book, and Bannon as well, whole quest is about providing freedom to those by force, essentially. They don't have a choice. I found that kind of a irony behind the whole plotline and story, but still a really great story overall. So right in the first 20 pages of this book, I really liked how it set up the third volume in the Nikki Chronicles, which will be released later this year, titled The Stone Siege. So within the first 20 pages of the book, Nikki and Nathan and Bannon come across this army of stone soldiers, which apparently had been turned to stone, something like 500,000 warriors, right at the very beginning. So it sets up the next book quite effectively in the first 20 pages, which I thought was just really well done and really cool. We don't learn much about the stone soldiers, just that they're there. And that, of course, gives us a key to the city of Ildikar, which had been under siege from these soldiers 1,500 years ago. So as they are working towards restoring Nathan's gift, which I won't get into details on how that had to be restored. I don't want to give any spoilers away in this. But Nathan, Bannon, and Nikki slowly start to uncover the corruption and the tyranny within this city as they work their way to find a way to overthrow it. So the Rebel Alliance, I guess, is a good way to put it, or this group of rebellious people, is led by a mysterious figure by the name of Mirror Mask. And he's called Mirror Mask because he always wears this mask. It's got made of mirror on the outside, so that anytime you're looking at in his face, he's reflecting back whatever can be reflected in the mirror back at you. So they're going around. They're releasing the combat animals for the combat games and arena, which serves as a distraction to the masses from their pitiful lives. He's killing important figures like city guard, captain of the guard, things like that, and just generally wreaking havoc and sowing instability in the masses throughout the city. All in the build up to the final act of the complete rebellion and destruction of the whole way of life within this city of Ildikar. So that was really well done, I thought. Some authors, they will write their books, they will put their characters in a precarious position, and then they're magically saved somehow. But Terry Goodkind, he's really good at building up the tension, building up the situation, and having really plausible story flow as to how the characters get out of their situation. And he did not disappoint. I love Terry Goodkind's writing. He is by far one of my favorite writers, and this book definitely is up there as one of my favorite Terry Goodkind books, along with the rest of the Sword of Truth. I mean, it's hard to pick a favorite in the whole series. Um, this is really good. Really enjoyed it. Definitely far better than his other thriller books like Nest. Definitely recommend it, especially if you're Terry Goodkind. Most definitely if you are a Sword of Truth fan. Just fantastic writing. I'm really looking forward to the next book, The Stone Siege, coming out later this year. You could bet I'm going to be buying it as soon as it's released. I don't think I could sit around and wait to buy that. Just good writing all around. Really enjoyed it. I think it's definitely worth your read. But in terms of this book, you definitely want to pick up the first book in the Nikki Chronicles before you read this one. First book titled Death's Mistress. But overall, highly recommended. Great read. Definitely check it out. And of course, as always, don't forget to tune in for the next book review, which will be titled Half the King by Joe Abercrombie. So definitely stay tuned for that. And again, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the review. And as always, links to my social media profiles will be in the description below. And thank you so much for watching, and you have yourself a fantastic day.